I didn't think I would. I didn't think I would actually do a video speaking about this craze that has been going on with this Popeyes chicken sandwich. And let me tell y'all something right now. I have not consumed fast food since 2014. I remember I said for the month of February of 2014, I was just gonna stop eating fast food cold turkey for a whole month. I wanted to see if I could go a whole month without eating it. A whole month done turned into about 5.5 going on 6 years. And I'm proud of myself for actually being able to do so because it saved me a lot of money. But anyway, so as many of you, or pretty much the whole world at large, knows, Popeyes has released this new spicy chicken sandwich, and people have been losing their goddamn brain cells over this. And I mean literally losing it over it. I mean, we're seeing lines in drive-throughs and inside that you've never seen at any Popeyes before. Sometimes, in some cases, I've never seen lines like this at any fast food place before like this. Over a chicken sandwich. Mind you, Popeyes had a chicken sandwich and still does have a chicken sandwich on the menu, but it wasn't as popular, so people didn't really know it. That's why people were saying, oh, I didn't know Popeyes had a chicken sandwich, but they did have a chicken sandwich and they still had that same item there on the menu. But I remember one day last week I was going to the gym. I had to take a detour because where my gym is at, it's in the vicinity of where a Popeyes is. I had to take a detour and go around the back way because the line was so long at that drive-through that I couldn't go the way or cut through the way that I usually go through. So I had to drive through a whole parking lot just to get to the gym. And it's just crazy how this has literally blown up. And I was looking at a post on Instagram, and that actually is what inspired me to do this. And so many people have made videos critiquing or talking about the chicken sandwich or doing comparisons between theirs and Chick-fil-A. I told somebody that I think I only saw one, and I do mean one, commercial that Popeyes put on television talking about this chicken sandwich. Everything else I saw about this chicken sandwich came from the people. I said, do y'all realize that y'all just saved Popeyes millions on top of millions of dollars of advertising by doing free promotion for them? Every time you bought that chicken sandwich and talked about it, that was free promotion for them. You saved them millions of dollars. And if y'all didn't know, Warren Buffett, I think, owns about 3% shares in the Popeyes food chain. So I know he's smiling ear to ear right now. But people literally gave them all kinds of free promotion and didn't even realize it. I've even seen where they put signs in the window saying that they were sold out of the chicken sandwich. It's probably people there right now in line getting ready to wait because I don't know what time Popeyes opens up, getting that chicken sandwich right now. I've never seen this for any other fast food chain. It might have been in the past, and I might have missed it, but this is very new to me. And when I saw this, it almost reminds me of that episode of the Boondocks. And y'all know which episode I'm talking about. The episode where they ran out of chicken and people were losing their minds over it. Now, in the real life story of that incident, that actually didn't go down the way that it was portrayed in the cartoon. They just over exaggerated it for comedic effect. But when it says that they're running out of chicken, it plays right into the same narrative that the episode did. But I haven't seen anybody really go crazy as far as they call in the police or, all types of agencies because they ran out of chicken, or calling news stations saying it's an emergency, that there's no more chicken left and we can't consume this food. But while I find that is even more interesting is that you have a lot of our people that literally had no problem giving free promotion to Popeye's chicken sandwich, but they would not do the same to promote a business for their own. Now, myself, and I'm going to toot my own horn, and I feel I have that right to do that. I talk about up and coming business owners and entrepreneurs on my channel all the time. As y'all know, I always say that I love to do those type of stories because they're rare and they're few and far in between. And sometimes you have to go and dig to find those stories. Thankfully, I have a good subscriber base that does that for me. Because sometimes it's hard for me to actually do it myself because there's so many emails that I have to cipher through. And in most cases, it is hard for me to even crack 1,000 views on each of those videos. I'm not even serious. I can't. I think the one that I did about the boys in Philly, I think that one did crack 1,000 views, but it took a couple days to do so. Opposed to the videos that I do that can maybe crack 1,000 in maybe a day, depending on the subject matter. And then also you got to attribute to sometimes with YouTube and them not sending out the notifications. Which, by the way, make sure y'all have that bell clicked, because I actually went to go on, I think, Lisa's channel the other day, and I think they removed the notification thing for me on her channel, and I had to re-click the bell. So make sure y'all go ahead and click that bell if it's not clicked. But I like promoting those type of people because they're not going to get big push like how Popeyes is right now. And see, Popeyes doesn't need the promotion from someone like me. This is not an endorsement video for Popeyes. They're not paying me. Popeyes is a multi-billion-dollar chain. They don't need any promotion from me, especially now since the whole world is giving them free press. But this is also a test because it's now saying that we don't need to pay all these advertisers all this money. We can go right to the people and they'll promote it for us. But I've seen that it's a lot of black people that are promoting this heavily, and they're not getting one dime from it. All they're getting is clogged arteries from this chicken sandwich. Some people who've never eaten Popeyes in years are driving out there to go out and get this chicken sandwich because of they keep hearing how people say it's so good. Word of mouth promotion is one of the original forms of promotion, and it's working perfectly fine in 2019, especially with social media giving it a boost. Popeyes is definitely benefiting from this heavily. They're benefiting from all this free press, and they're making millions off of it as well by the people purchasing this sandwich. That's just like when Jay-Z became a billionaire. Notice I didn't do a video about it. He doesn't need any press from me because the people are going to promote it for him. He has the base to do it. That's why I like doing videos about small business owners, because they are the ones that need the push. They don't have millions of dollars lying around where they can pay where advertisers know who they are and they can pay the millions of dollars to put ads on television for them, or they don't have money to give networks to push ads for themselves. So they need people like me in order to do that. And I enjoy doing that. And I don't go out to those people and saying, hey, if you pay me so-and-so, I'll advertise you on my channel. I have, however, had people say that they'll slide me some money my way to do it for them. Who am I to turn that down? Sometimes I do turn it down. I said, no, I'll do it. Sometimes I say I'll do it for free. Especially, if it's one of our own. But hey, if they willing to say, you know what, no, take it, I'm willing to pay you. At that point, who am I to say no to that? Because it's all recycling the money throughout, I guess you can say, throughout the community. And like I said, a lot of these people don't know me. I don't know them, but I like what direction they're going in, and I like to promote the black entrepreneur. That shows also that I believe in their product or whatever it is that they're working on at the time. And all of them are very innovative as well. Sure, you may have some that bite off of a little something that has been done, but then again, who doesn't? It's about promoting your own. And many of you have given free press to a company that doesn't need it. Like I said, I think I only saw one commercial talking about this chicken sandwich, and I have not seen one since. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've seen a Popeyes commercial in the last week. I think they said pull all the ads right now until the dust settles and we'll come back in. Because many people are doing the promoting for us. And many of the people that I see who are doing it look like us. But will be some of the same ones saying we need to promote our own. Popeyes is not owned by black people. They just have a black woman who is like the I guess you could say she's the mascot, but she doesn't own it. She's not on the board. Popeyes, to my knowledge, wasn't founded by a black person, but they definitely use the recipes of a black person. You can't tell me that they don't. Or they manipulate it to where they'll have it where it looks like it was made, the stuff was made by a black person, with the exception of probably those biscuits, because them biscuits dry as hell. But yeah, all I'm saying is you can go out there and you can go and get as many chicken sandwiches as you want, clog up all them arteries and whatnot, and you give them all that free press. But at the same time, promote your own. Because I guarantee you, it could probably be this low-level business person who looks like you, who could have came up with the same concept of a chicken sandwich, and y'all would have never known. And they could have had it out for a long time, and they could have asked you to promote it, and you chose not to. But here comes Popeyes promoting the same chicken sandwich, and you run out there and you can't wait to tell the world how good it is. And in many ways and forms, that is very messed up. But you won't have to worry about me getting on camera eating a Popeyes chicken sandwich and telling you how good it is. Because like I said, one for one, I don't eat fast food anymore. And if I did, if I wanted to go and consume that chicken sandwich, I would, and that would be it. I might say that the chicken sandwich, it is what it is. But they don't need any promotion from me. None. They already have a base to do that. They have a marketing team for that. And it seems to me they probably put their marketing team on vacation because their marketing team doesn't need to do anything right now. Social media is doing it all for them. But that's the power of social media right there. If only we could make it work for us, though. Okay, so I had to come back on here and add this in and I just couldn't let this one slide. This right here, what I'm about to show you, is going to prove to you without a shadow of a doubt my point in the first part of this video that you heard, and it's going to also show that some of us, we have a long way to go when it comes to the mindset. So I posted this tweet up on my Twitter account at 2:04 p.m. on August 24th, 2019, which is Saturday. I said, to all my melanated folks, how many black-owned businesses did you promote this week while devouring that clogged artery of a sandwich from Popeyes? I'm going to pause it right quick and scroll down to the tweet that literally, it was a constant back and forth between myself, this other individual, and two of my subscribers. Okay, so here's the tweet that really set it all off right here. And this person's name is Eddie Carswell. They most likely don't watch my videos. They're not even followed to me. They didn't even know who I was up until that moment. And I'm surprised they probably haven't blocked me already. But they probably will very soon. I don't know. I really don't care. So they came and said, why do black people got to come with the guilt trip every time they see black people enjoying themselves? So I responded with, I didn't know going out to stand in line for over an hour for a chicken sandwich was a form of entertainment. If you feel this is a guilt trip, you must be guilty. To which he replied with, I must be guilty of what? Not following the wishes of a complete stranger that has never once contributed to the well-being of me or my family? You would be correct. I bet you the same cat that always tells people that while y'all focus on Jay-Z and NFL, y'all blind. It's amazing how much he actually feels that he knows about me. I never even made one commentary about the whole Jay-Z NFL situation. And then I responded with, well, did you focus on Jay-Z? It doesn't matter to me either way, but I figured I'd ask. Now, if you look right here on this little icon right here, there's no number there because he never responded to that. So that must mean must have hit him in a weak spot. He did not respond. He was probably one of the people that actually was on the whole Jay-Z NFL train. And notice a lot of people have been quiet lately about that since all of that first went down, because stuff started to unravel. People started to realize how wrong they were about this whole situation. That's why I didn't make any really commentaries about it. I talked about it a little bit, got a little pushback, and just left it alone after that. Because some of our people are still stuck in this heavily emotional place. Then they came back and said, to what y'all really need to be focused on. I'm trying to figure out what they were trying to say with that. And then shout out to Ashton Lewis, because he came and ran interference. He said, like what? Then he came back and said, always waiting in the wings to be a party pooper. No one's being a party pooper. At the end of the day, whether what I say or not is said, y'all are still going to do what you want anyway. But it's the fact that what I said must have triggered a nerve, because you stopped and took time out of your day to come to my tweet, because someone had to have retweeted it, and it must have landed on your timeline from somebody you probably follow who was mutual between us, and you got triggered. Then Sid 7.9 said, Eddie, I think Torian is saying that it's crazy how black people eating up chicken sandwich from Popeyes and the rest of these white owned establishments when we got our own black owned spots that people ain't raving about. Then he comes back and he says, how he know if they don't shop at these places frequently? Why assume the worst about, and he spelled about wrong, your people if you claim to be quote unquote pro-black? Because in my opinion, it seems that he's profiling black people like the most racist cop would. And that part right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what literally made me look at him with the side eye and like say to myself, why even bother continuing with this conversation? He actually tried to accuse me of racially profiling my own people because I made a comment about the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Are you serious right now? Like, how does that work? Like, how? And then try to accuse me, compare me to a racist cop at that. Huh? That made absolutely no sense. Then I came back and said, profiling people like a racist cop would, because I'm basically answering with a question. I said, that's a pretty inflammatory statement to compare me to someone who would want to see you in harm's way. Then he comes back screaming, you are. Why else would you assume black people don't support and promote black businesses regularly? Because you have a poor opinion of black people like y'all claim racist cops do. So he's now trying to, I guess, read me my rights and tell me that I think so low of my people. Right now, Eddie Carswell, the only person I'm really thinking low of right now is you. Then I said, yet again, you make a wild assumption. I didn't assume anything. I said, I'm going to need you to read my tweet again. Then Ashton came back and said, that's a lie you're putting out there. He talks about black businesses and promotes them all the time. So I don't know where you're getting that from. And I do. As many people has followed me on my channel knows that I always talk about black businesses or black entrepreneurs, especially ones who don't get the kind of promotion that they deserve. Like I said in the first part of the video, we know that we don't get the kind of promotion that we need. So I feel like I'm a vessel in order to do that. I don't know how far it'll actually go, but at least it gets some exposure. And I make sure to provide the links so they can find people, like whether it's a website, an Instagram page, a Twitter account, whatever, so they can find and support them. Popeyes does not need my promotion because Popeyes, you can find them anywhere. Then I came back and said, as for complete stranger, I know it's kind of all over the place a little bit right now. It says, as for complete strangers, you came into my mentions, sir. I didn't send for you, but I'll be glad to send you back wherever you came from. Then he responded with, a challenge on your opinion will bring the beta out of a weak one. So he just compared me to a beta male. I wonder where he got that from. Let me pause this right quick again, because there's one more thing I wanted to show you that's literally going to shut this whole thing down. I know I said one more thing. It's actually a couple more things. And I said, they basically posted up something from a tweet from somebody else where they were talking about Michael Kors and Popeyes. And I said, what are you getting out of this free promotion for Popeyes and Michael Kors? He said, I'm not a money hungry motherfucker that needs to gain something from every experience. Ain't nobody gaining something from every single thing they do. That's a foolish question. Then Ashton came back and said, have you ever been to a black owned business before yourself? He says, I own a black business myself, and both of my best friends own black businesses. Plus, me and one of them partnered in another. That's what I do. It's a lifestyle for me and many others. Now, see, if he had not insulted me, I probably would have asked him or said, can you tell me what your business is? I would like to promote it on my channel. I have so and so many subscribers and I want to send some business your way. But that's not going to happen now. But you can get this free smoke that you're getting right now. You will get that. And you are getting that. Because I'm literally showing how foolish you sound. And then Ashley said, okay, so what's your problem with him making that statement? He said, read my earlier comments. Well, why couldn't you just respond to the question then? He says, I did. He was just criticizing the way some of our own are acting over a chicken sandwich and fighting people over it. And he says, and I said what I said. Damn, are you his groupie or something? He actually called one of my loyal subscribers my groupie. He said something else too, but I'm not going to show you what he said because that was even more insulting. And he said what he said, and nobody here disagrees with him. He says, I disagree. He has a low opinion of black people over a fucking chicken sandwich. And then it ends off with, and yet you're proving his point of what he said. So as you can see by that tweet, ladies and gentlemen, that little exchange literally triggered this one person to go back and forth with me and Ashton for damn near an hour. The conversation was pretty much dead after that last comment, but the fact that he actually compared me to someone who was racially profiling somebody like a police officer, that was highly disrespectful. Like how fucking dare you try to compare me to that over a chicken sandwich? You gonna tell me that you're going to compare me to someone who's racially profiling somebody over a chicken sandwich? And if you look at my tweet, like, look at it. I said, to all my melanated folks, how many black owned businesses did you promote this week while devouring that clogged artery of a sandwich from Popeye's Chicken? The crazy part about it is that this was another black man accusing a black man of racial profiling, like the cops, because I made an assessment or a critique about how some of our own were acting over a menu item. Like, it went that far. I've never in my 30 years of experience of life have seen or heard something like that before. And I've heard a lot.